So, bonjour, good morning. My name is Florian Martin Barreto. I am the University of Ottawa Research Chair in Technology and Society and an Associate Professor in the Faculty of Law, Common Law section at the University of Ottawa. I'm also the Director of the Center for Law, Technology and Society and lead the AI and Society initiative that is hosting this international conference. Bienvenue à la conférence internationale Shaping AI for Just Futures, le troisième et dernier pour cette semaine d'une série d'événements organisés sur 3 jours pour célébrer l'héritage de notre regretté ami et collègue Ian Kerr, qui a commencé hier matin par le Global AI and Regulation Emerging Scholars Workshop et hier soir la conférence commémorative Ian Kerr avec Kate Crawford en conversation avec Katie Sislagi. Sans plus tarder, je vais tout d'abord céder la parole à la professeure Martine Lagacé, vice-rectrice à la promotion et au développement de la recherche de l'université, pour prononcer l'affirmation autochtone et vous souhaiter la bienvenue à Ottawa. Martine, the floor is yours.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, chers distingués invités, chers collègues, professeur Martin Barreto, Florian, mesdames et messieurs, bonjour et bienvenue à l'Université d'Ottawa. Comme il a été mentionné, mon nom est Martine Lagacé, je suis la vice-rectrice associée à la promotion et au développement de la recherche à l'Université d'Ottawa. It is my great pleasure to welcome you today on behalf of the University of Ottawa and the Office of the Vice Research President and Innovation to kick off the Shaping AI for Just Futures conference. This international event will engage an impressive range of leading experts and stakeholders in discussing and sharing their insights on the many ethical, legal, and societal challenges related to the development and the deployment of artificial intelligence. Mais avant tout, permettez-moi d'abord, comme il est de coutume de le faire à l'Université d'Ottawa, de rendre hommage au peuple algonquin, gardien traditionnel de la terre sur laquelle se situe l'Université d'Ottawa. Nous reconnaissons le lien sacré de longue date l'unissant à ce territoire qui demeure non cédé. We pay respect to all Indigenous people in this region from all nations across Canada who call Ottawa home. We acknowledge the traditional knowledge keepers, both young and old, and we honor their courageous leaders, past, present, and future. A brainchild of common law, Professor Florian Martin Barreto, the director of the U Ottawa Centre for Law, Technology and Society, and the University of Ottawa Research Chair in Technology and Society, this 2-day global conference hosted by the AI and Society Initiative promises to deliver the most engaging conversations on the multifaceted societal implications deriving from the pervasive integration of AI into our daily lives. AI technology is rapidly evolving and increasingly used across sectors and industries, including healthcare, agriculture, finance, and the arts, to name but a few. It is therefore critical for our societies, for our decision makers, to better understand the stakes of a technology that mimics human intelligence and has the ability to process phenomenal amounts of data, as well as create rules to apply to data in a way that imitates the thought process of a human expert. As a higher education and research institution, the University of Ottawa considers it integral to its mission to be on the forefront of the development of the emerging technologies that drive innovation. As we contribute to shaping the digital world, we also want our research to contribute to advancing just societies and are committed to fostering equity, diversity, and inclusion in the research agenda connected with these emerging technologies. C'est donc dans l'optique d'assurer une meilleure compréhension et un meilleur encadrement des implications éthiques et sociétales de l'intelligence artificielle et de ses utilisations que fut créée l'initiative IA et Société dès janvier 2020. Sous la direction du professeur Martin Barreto et, rappelons-le, grâce à un don de la Banque Scotia, cette initiative, incubée au Centre de recherche en droit, technologie et société de l'Université d'Ottawa, s'inscrit dans la lignée de ce pôle canadien de recherche d'excellence spécialisé dans l'éthique, le droit et l'élaboration des politiques publiques des technologies au Canada et dans le monde entier. Je profite d'ailleurs de cette tribune pour remercier mon collègue et professeur le professeur Florian Martin-Bariteau, pour le remarquable hommage d'ailleurs qui a été rendu hier soir à l'un des fondateurs visionnaires de ce centre, le regretté professeur Jan Kerr, lors de la conférence commémorative annuelle qui lui était consacrée. I also commend Professor Martin-Bariteau and his team for organizing this very timely conference, which brings together over 60 thought leaders, scholars, and presenters from various disciplines, from diverse identity groups and 4 continents, to help us navigate these uncharted areas and to move forward to a global conversation on devising the building blocks for a more inclusive AI-related ecosystem and just futures. Avant de rendre le micro, j'aimerais saluer notre chère et estimée collègue, la professeure Colleen Flood, aujourd'hui doyenne de la faculté de droit de l'Université Queen's. Nous vous pardonnons, Colleen, qui fut longtemps un pilier de la recherche au sein de notre université, et remercier toutes et tous, chacun des panélistes qui contribueront aujourd'hui à faire de cette conférence un événement de très, très grande envergure. Thank you, et très bonne conférence à vous toutes et à vous tous. Merci.
So, I can't believe we made it to this morning. It seems surreal for many reasons. But this two-day conference and like those 3 days of events are the result of a very long journey that actually started before the pandemic in 2020. We're supposed to, so in January 2020, we launched the AI and Society initiative thanks to the donation from the Scotiabank. And also we're supposed to host ReRobot 2020, as I said yesterday. And for Robot 2020 that I was co-organizing with my colleague Jason Miller and Katie Zizlagi, we had a terrific program. It was amazing. We were so excited. And then the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, we made a promise to like the community was that as soon as it would be like feel safe and doable to organize, you know, such a big event on campus, in person, to like have cool conversation about like such an important topic, we will do so. And this is what is happening today, 3.5 years later, but we did it. So first, congratulations and thank you so much. And organizing such a huge event will not be possible without sponsors and funders. And first, the funders of ReRobot 2020, who supported us through those very difficult time when we moved online during the pandemic, and then when it was clear that we couldn't host it in person, and they kindly accepted, and some actually like proposed that rather than having to give them back the money, because obviously we did not deliver on the conference, that we could keep it, again, at the condition that as soon as it was safe, we could host such a big event. And so I would like to say a big thank you to Suglik and Microsoft, who have been funders of ReRobot 2020 and have decided to support again that great conference, as well as X, was a ReRobot 2020 sponsor and decided to support us again, and CIFAR, so the global organization that is based in Canada and organized the Pan-Canadian Strategy on AI, who's also one of the presenting sponsors of this conference. In addition, the conference that we are hosting and this full week of event is supported by research grants and donation at the AI and Society initiative, first and foremost, the Scotiabank Fund for AI and Society, as well as the Alex Trebek Forum for Dialogue. And if some of you know Alex Trebek, yes, this one is maybe the most famous alumni of the University of Ottawa and a donor who, before passing away, had decided to give a big donation to the university to support public policy-oriented research. And with my colleague Colleen Flood and my colleague Kelly Bronson, we were lucky enough to receive some of this money to do research on AI and environment and AI and health that will be presented today. Also at Ottawa, we would like to thank them for the financial support, the Office of the Vice President, Research and Innovation, the Faculty of Law, Common Law Section, the Faculty of Engineering, as well as our colleagues from the Open Air Network with whom we have been collaborating for this conference. I would also like to thank the Government of Canada International Development Research Centre, or DRC, who is generally supporting research fellowship and travel bursaries for scholars and emerging scholars from majority world to allow us to have an actual global conversation, not just with people from the north. And not but not least, I would like to thank the French Embassy, France being a close ally of Canada on technology issue, who is also supporting us by funding the closing networking reception. My big thank you to the almost 70, or actually a bit more than 70 speakers, paper authors, paper discussant, and poster authors who have been traveling from all over the world to be with us today. I would like also to say big thanks to my amazing colleagues at the Center for Law, Technology and Society and the AI and Society Initiative who have worked with me to design this program, curate speakers, Jason Miller, Michael Geist, Colin Flood, Kelly Bronson, Jeremy De Beer, and also a big thank you to two colleagues who were over the summer were answering my calls and my emails and being okay, cool, let's find a solution. Teresa Scasa and Jane Bailey. I would like also to thank my team and the speakers and some of you also attendees. You had a lot of email exchange with them. Kimberly Paradis, who is the coordinator of the AI and Society initiative, as well as Miranda Minasian, who is in charge of community and operation at the center. I would like also to say a big thank you, and I know it's the protocol to thank your leadership at the university, but literally, I would like to thank Vice President Research and Innovation, Sylvain Charbonneau, AVP Promotion Development Research, Martin Lagacé, and the team, notably Emily Porter and Karine Fossou, who have been amazing. The VP Research was sending himself email to help with logistical issues and rooms on campus. This is the kind of support that we have from the leadership of this university, and vraiment, on apprécie énormément Martine et toute ton équipe. Merci beaucoup. I'd like also to thank the folks at the Development Office of the University and at the Commerce section, the finance team, Chantal, Marie-Claude, Karima, and Brittany, Véronique Larose, and Claudia Baudouin. And of course, I would like to thank all the student volunteers that you will see around. And how to recognize them, they have badges, like most of you, but with a red lanyard. So if you have questions, you seem lost, feel free to ask them question. So all those people, all those funders made possible a truly global and interdisciplinary conversation on the ethical, legal, and societal implication of AI with leading law, policy, and ethics scholars from around the globe. So over 3 days, we had many events. Yesterday, the Global AI and Regulation Emerging Scholars Workshop. We had more than 80 paper submission from around the world. We selected 8 papers, and we had an amazing conversation. Yesterday, last night, we had the Jan Kerr Memorial Lecture with Kate Crawford in conversation with Katie Zizlagi. And today, we have the Initial Conference with thought leaders from North, Central, and South Americas, Africa, Oceania, Asia, and Europe. And tonight, we will have a poster session during the networking reception with authors who were selected after also an intentional competition. So we had so many topics to cover. As you will see, the program is very dense, many topics. We could have been discussing so many other topics. And for each of those panels, most of them will be around 1 hour. We could have had a full 2-day conference. So we're going to try it, but the idea is to give you kind of a bird eye view on so many of the issues, but also opportunities, some of the risks, but maybe some of the opportunities we could have for society with AI. But the idea was to take the pulse of what's happening in the world, not just within the Ottawa bubble, not just in Canada or the US, and maybe sometime EU, but the world, a true global conversation, and all those conversations will be led by colleagues at the University of Ottawa Center for Law, Technology, and Society. We do not have the panel, the paper panel that you can be used to. They're actual conversation, and I will please invite you to ask all of your questions too. There will be mics in the room for you. So we did it. We are here. Well, almost. I want to highlight, and this is also why the program changed so much over the last week. We live in a sometimes global world, The digital context doesn't really have borders, but our countries and Canada have very tight borders, and we're subject to them, and we had some travel and visa issues for this conference. So some speakers sadly couldn't join us. Literally, one of our poster author literally received the passport on Tuesday night, flew Wednesday afternoon to arrive last night, and will be presenting tonight. And some didn't even get the appointment to get the visa. So this is why we had to always rethink the schedule. But the idea was to have an in-person conversation, with the exception of two speakers, because it was too last minute and I didn't want to change again the program. So 2 speakers will join us online at some point of the conference. But everybody else will be in person, and the idea was to reconnect, after that big hiatus, and to have conversation not just on stage, but also during the breaks, during the lunch, during the reception. So that's most of it for my opening remarks. Yes. Just I wanted to highlight that you can find the program at that URL, and also on the tables you have QR codes, so you can scan them with your preferred mobile device to access the document. And on it, so you'll have all the schedule. Of course, we're a bit late, and also you have the name of the speakers and link to the profile, if you want to learn more about them, their publication, their contact information, etc. So that's all for my opening remarks. I'm Florent Martin Barreto. I will be your MC for today, and also I'm delighted to be leading the conversation, the first conversation of the day, titled Regulating AI Around the World. And I will kindly ask the colleagues who will join me for this first conversation to join me on stage, and kindly ask all of you to offer them a round of applause. Thank you so much.